Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We're live at CPAC. Joining me now is this wonderful, wonderful guest, Catalina Stubbe. She is the National Director of Moms4Liberty. Catalina, I'm so thrilled to have you sitting with me now.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. This is such a pleasure that you invite me to the show.
Oh, wonderful. So you are the national director, and so many of our members love and know about Moms4Liberty. Tell us a little bit about the great work that you're doing and have planned for 2024.
Well, thank you so much. We started this organization about 3 years ago, and it has been huge. This huge movement of parental rights, defending the innocence and integrity of these children. As you know, it is a war of our children, and we are defending them. So my organization is a nonprofit organization across the country, uniting. Unifying, educating, and empowering parents to defend their parental rights at all level of government. We are giving results and we are taking action. Moms are on a mission and they are going to change the world.
Oh, I love hearing that. You know, the country today is so very different than we could have imagined it looking like, say, 10 years ago. And while a lot of things have been unfolding over the last few decades, culture has been changing in America. I don't think young parents today recognize maybe entirely what they're up against, especially in the public school system, which is why I always tell people it's so important that you sit with your children, that you know who they're interacting with, that you have a relationship with the teachers, that you have a relationship with the board members. What would your advice be to young parents who have children in schools that are concerned? How can they get involved? Do you have a sort of resources that might help them better run for school board, for example?
Absolutely. And this is one of the best ideas we had. And one of our strategies is to invite parents to run for a school board. We are giving trainings for them, like for free. When you join our organization, you have such a amount of benefits that give you all the resources to defend your children, because I think, as you say, parents don't realize the danger. And the most important thing is they are using our tax dollars to tell your children to hate each other, to hate our country, to weaponize institution against parents, and simply this is to an attack over our civilization. And not only that, they teach children to change their nature, to change their gender. So when the parents realize it's an attack on our children, we all get into action. And this is what we are doing. First of all, teach your child the Constitution of the United States. This important document gives you all the tools to defend your rights. And then, what about if we teach better things like Bible, and inspire every child in this world with good content? And then we are partnering with so much organizations to give great resources for kids, books. We are giving books because, yes, we are not agree with some books that are very explicit and very pornographic with that is nothing to do about academics or literature. This is only to confuse children. They had enough with social media. Why to add this huge topic as sexualization? So what we are doing is offering a transparency in education to our children, offering something based on academics.
And it's so important, I think, that we rally around our kids and show them that kind of love and support, because what's happening today in America is we have a federal government who, it seems, wants to ignore that there are any issues unfolding in schools, don't seem to think that there's anything wrong with a young girl using a boys' bathroom or boys attending, a girl's locker room, for example. That stuff it's unheard of. I mean, it's still shocking to me that this is something that adults call acceptable for our children. I don't understand it. In addition to labeling parents as domestic terrorists because they're concerned and they're speaking out. So organizations like Moms for Liberty are so important, and I thank you so much for the great work that you're doing. I want to ask you a little bit about this amazing number one radio station down in South Florida that's really getting a lot of attention. You're number one. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, a few months ago, we made Padres en Acción, which means parents in action. First of all, we realized Hispanics is very important to our country. We're more than 62 millions, and this number increased over the last 3 years, and it's approximately 7 million more. So you cannot neglect Hispanics, and we're offering all the resources with these radio solutions. Not only speaking about what is going on at schools, and we have invites, luxury. I mean, the best of the best, high-profile people that is join my program, and I cannot tell you what is our next speaker.
Ah, very exciting.
Yes. So last night, for example, I had this amazing person that it was really from above. President Najib Bukele asked me to do the interview because he recognized Moms for Liberty. And I think it's important because the issue is not only in United States.
Yeah.
It's beyond borders, and it's happening even in his country. It's happening everywhere. But what is more curious is that this is happening in all Christian vulnerable countries, because you don't see indoctrination in Russia, you don't see indoctrination in China, you don't see indoctrination in Cuba, you don't see indoctrination in dictatorships or communist countries, let's say. However, this is what they are offering to our children, because they are more into telling you all positions in sex, and they cannot tell you the Ten Commandments. They cannot cook. They do not, most of them, they do not even one recipe of cooking, and this is outrageous that the proficiency, general proficiency on our country on average is less than 30%. What it means is kids, more than 70%, they are not reading at the level. They are not solving math problems at the level. This is a crisis in education, and we need to solve it.
We certainly do. And I just applaud everything that your organization is doing because it's so needed. In addition to what Moms for Liberty and other great groups are doing, we need parents involved. But is parental involvement enough? Is that enough to turn things around and right the course of education in America? Or do you think that we need to see more change coming from, our state governments and federal governments?
That's a great point, because actually I don't expect that a politician solve my problems or solve all the problems in education if we do not start at our homes, if we do not build this army of parents reclaiming the innocence and integrity of our children, reclaiming the good education for our children, a classical education with tradition, with God at schools. We are only going to make a difference only if we got united.
Wonderful message. I want to thank you so much for all that you're doing. It's wonderful to have you here. Please let everyone over at Moms for Liberty know exactly how much we appreciate them. And for anybody listening out there, if you want to get involved in your school board, if you want to participate in the fight to protect our children, improve education in America, get involved with Moms for Liberty. Thank you, Catalina Stubbe.
Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you so much.
God bless you.